That's right, my G's. We're back at it with another sit-down video. And of course, in this one, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest superheroes of all time, Spider-Man, and how he's a generational talent and how he's always had that dog in him since 1962. So Spider-Man, he's one of the best out there, bro. He's on the Mount Rushmore of superheroes, up there with Superman, Batman, bro. Like, he's the dog, bro. So Spider-Man, he first showed up in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962 and was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, comic book legends right there, bro. Like, just imagine, that's such a solid duo right there. But Spider-Man, bro, I feel like the reason why he's such a generational talent is because he's a pop culture icon, man. Like, he is really like the first he was the first major superhero that was a teenage hero that was his own man, that had his own series, because before then, you only had characters like Dick Grayson, Wally West, I think Bucky Barnes, Donna Troy. All of them were under an older, more experienced hero. But here comes Peter Parker, a nerd, a geek that got bullied in school, right? This man gets bit by a radioactive spider. He becomes Spider-Man, and at such a young age too. He had Uncle Ben, but we all know what happened to Uncle Ben, but he was his own hero at that like young of an age. Can you believe that, bro? And so with Spider-Man being such a success of a teenage hero at that type of age, it led to a whole bunch of other heroes, and not even just heroes, even anime-like characters too, starting their own adventure at such a young age. Like, for example, we have Monkey D. Luffy, who became a pirate at 17 years of age. Like, that's really so cool that how he's one of those major characters that really started off that whole trend. And so, besides that, bro, Peter Parker, man, he has such a sick rogues gallery too, man. Like, people always talk about Batman's rogues gallery or Superman's or the Flash's, but my guy, bro, like, y'all, Spider-Man has easily like S-tier level rogues gallery right there, man. With Green Goblin, the Lizard, the Vulture, Dr. Octopus, Rhino, Venom, Carnage. Like, you know this man's rogues gallery is sick when you have Carnage and Venom, who became so popular that they started having their own mini-series, their own different kinds of series. Like, Venom is about to have a whole trilogy. Can you believe that? He started off as a Spider-Man villain. Hell, he started off as a Spider-Man suit, and now he's like this big of a pop culture character too. And so besides that, another reason why he's such a generational talent is because of the fact that he's like what can I say, like, he's such a big icon, bro. Like you can go anywhere in the world, there's no place on the world that doesn't know where he is. Because when I was in Nigeria, bro, during my time in Nigeria, there was so much stuff of Spider-Man out there, dude. Miles Morales too, man. Like, just imagine that, bro. He's such a big icon that everybody around the world knows who he is, man. And he's a fictional character at that too. And then Peter Parker, he is the perfect example. He's the perfect example of a harem protagonist, man. He's backed some of the baddest women in Marvel Comics, bro. Black Cat, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Silk, the list goes on. And people were clowning this man originally for being a nerd. Like, it's always the nerds, bro. The nerds be getting them, bro. And Peter Parker is the perfect example of that. And then, like I said, man, like, Peter Parker was really like the first example of a teenage hero becoming their own hero, man. Because back then, after World War II, people did not care about comics no more, bro. Because World War II ended and folks were like, nah, man, we're done with war, we're done with conflict, we just want to see science fiction and all this stuff. And comics were dying at the time. Luckily, with the creation of Barry Allen, it led to the Silver Age of comics, which also led to Marvel trying their own superheroes, which at the time were Fantastic Four, the Hulk, and Peter Parker Spider-Man, which all dealt with science fiction-like origins on how they got their power. So just thinking about that too, that's so cool as well. And then Spider-Man, he easily has some of the best fights in Marvel too, bro. I know we all remember how he whooped Kingpin for what he did to Aunt May in the 2000s, because it was around the time where Peter Parker, he let everybody know that he is Spider-Man. And I remember that, bro. Jonah Jameson, all these people were like, yo, Peter, you're Spider-Man? And of course, it was cool because now his folks know who he is, that he's Spider-Man. But it was also bad too because his enemies know he's Spider-Man now. And you already know how people are, bro. Certified haters, dude. As soon as he revealed his identity, they were like, oh, nah, we coming for you now, my G. Like, straight up. And Kingpin was one of those guys. He cooked Mary, he cooked Aunt May so badly that Peter Parker was like, oh, you want to come after my crib? and my family? Oh nah, bro, let me put on that black and white drip suit right now. I'm about to go 98 overall prestige talent whooping on you, bro. And he did. He straight up did, bro. That's one of the best beatings I've ever seen. Like, Peter Parker was whooping Kingpin so badly that when he was grabbing onto him, like he was grabbing onto his skin. Like, can you imagine that? Like, it was so crazy. And then of course, like many other popular characters out there, Peter Parker has so many versions of him. You have Kane Parker, Ben Reilly. He's had so many different popular versions of him, and it's so sick, man. It's so sick how this guy that's only been around since 1962 has done this much. Because when you think about superheroes and like just how long they've been around, you have guys and women like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, who've all been around since the late 30s, early 40s. Then you got this guy, Spider-Man, who's only been around since 1962, and he's easily that character that you can say is on the same level as Superman and Batman. Is insane. And I know, like, he's easily on the Mount Rushmore. And now for those that are saying, oh well, what about Wolverine and someone else, or Iron Man, they should be on the Mount Rushmore too. I'm like, nah. Maybe like 4th place should go to Wonder Woman, but Spider-Man is definitely 3rd. No one else should come before him besides Superman and Batman. Everyone else is coming right after him with how much, like, just the impact he's had on pop culture as a whole. But besides that, man, let's talk about how, like, just how, like, vocal the Spider-Man community is, bro. Because, you know, like, they're cool, right? But man, if you wrong them, they're gonna come after you. And like, let's talk about One More Day. When One More Day came out, oh my god, people hated that so much. Like, I don't get like this whole thing where they don't let these characters be happy. Like, you know, you messed up when the Ultimate Marvel, like the new Ultimate Marvel universe that's out now, people are enjoying it so much to the point where Marvel's like, yo, y'all really like Peter having children and a wife? And we're like, yes, bro, let him settle down and have some kids. Like, same with the Spider-Verse 2. The Spider-Verse version of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is so lit because of the fact that he's settled down, he has a kid, and he has a lovable wife, Mary Jane Watson. Like, that's what people want. But anyways, Peter Parker, he's a true Hall of Fame talent. 100 overall, all-star, whatever you want to say. He has the Intimidator badge. When you wrong him, when you wrong his family, expect to get cooked really badly, man. But Peter Parker, he's the whole package of what you want in a prestige talent character, man. He has the costumes, the drips, the countless amazing stories, the roast gallery, the amazing supporting characters. He's been a part of so many great teams too. The Fantastic Four, the Avengers, etc., etc. He's teamed up with some of the best characters in the series too. He's also had many crossovers with other big characters such as Batman 2 and his video games. His movies, his animated movies. Spider-Man will always be certified when it comes to being an amazing character, man. There are some things I forgot to say in the original video, and I already know you guys are going to flame me like, how did you forget to talk about the signature slogan, with great power comes great responsibility? Truly one of the best quotes out there. I love this quote so much because it means that if someone can do something, they should do it mainly for the good of others. Uncle Ben is a generational Hall of Fame talent as well for that quote. The 90s animated series and spectacular Spider-Man animated series are some of the best adaptations of Spider-Man out there too. And let's talk about the live action Spider-Man right quick too. Tobey Maguire is him and the Michael Jordan of the Spider-Man actors. Andrew Garfield is cool too, and I wish his Spider-Man had a trilogy. Really unfortunate right there. Tom Holland, whether you like him or hate him, is a cold Spider-Man as well. Though I do understand the criticism of people calling him Iron Boy Jr., which he technically is in the MCU. His debut in Civil War though is still one of the best moments out there. You just had to be there. The year 2015, 2016, when that trailer came out and he was in it, it broke the internet. Everybody was talking about it. The fact that Sony actually agreed with Disney and Marvel to put him in that movie, one of the best decisions of all time. And like I said, you just had to be there. Everybody was going insane when that came out. Marvel fans were eating well back then too, bruh. Marvel movies, you could not miss them back then. You can miss them now, but back then, you could not miss them. Japanese Spider-Man is that guy with his Power Ranger Megazord too. Spider-Man has had many spectacular runs over the years too, and the relatability and life lessons and life lessons in his stories are the reasons why so many people out there like him so much. Spider-Man is a certified G and one of the greatest characters out there. Alright my Gs, let's get right back on to the main video. You guys let me know your thoughts on Spider-Man and him being a generational talent. What do you think of him, man? Like I said before, he's one of the best out there. He's my childhood superhero. He's my favorite Marvel character. No matter how big any other Marvel character gets, no one's gonna be bigger than Spider-Man from Marvel, bro. He is the mascot. He's the only guy that can compete with Superman and Batman when it comes to, like, arguably who's more iconic, who's done more for comics. Because like I said, man, Peter Parker, he brought in a whole renaissance for teenage characters being the main character, the main hero. Look at One Piece and all these other different stuff, man. And he's inspired so many stuff from Japan and other places too. It's amazing. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed my yapping, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, man. Oh yeah, also make sure to follow your boy on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter too. And we're gonna be putting out some really good videos for July. But as always, y'all, I hope y'all continue to have a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. Voro Ami out.